Greetings, families. Sista Shanice in the house. Welcome to the Sista Shanice News Desk. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe, and we thank you so much for passing by. Today's news headline story is the coup in Niger, and leaders send a very clear and stern message to ECOWAS. In a statement issued by the Communications Directorate of Burkina Faso Presidency, leaders of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea have declared support for Niger's tyranny against ECOWAS. The three West African countries have also submitted a request to Russia, President Putin, for technical and military assistance to defend Niger against territorial violations. Joint statements between Burkina Faso and the Republic of Mali, the transitional governors of Burkina Faso and Mali state that they have learned through the press of the conclusions of the extraordinary summit of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the West African Monetary Union, held on the 30th of July 2023 in Abuja, on the political situation in Niger. The government of Burkina Faso and Mali expressed their fraternal solidarity for the peoples of Burkina Faso and Mali, to the brotherly people of Niger who have decided in all responsibility to take their destiny into their own hands and to assume, in the face of history, the fullness of their sovereignty. They denounced the persistence of these regional organizations to take sanctions, aggravating the suffering of the populations and jeopardizing the spirit of Pan-Africanism. They are calling on the African world to refuse to apply illegal, illegitimate, and inhumane sanctions against the people and authorities of Niger. They are warning that any military intervention against Niger would amount to a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali. They warn that any military intervention against Niger would lead to the withdrawal of Burkina Faso and Mali from ECOWAS, as well as the adoption of legitimate defense measures in support of the armed forces and the people of Niger. They warn against the disastrous consequences of the military intervention in Niger, which could destabilize the entire region, as was the unilateral NATO intervention, they say, in Libya, which was at the origin of the expansion of terrorism in Sahel and West Africa. The transitional governors of Burkina Faso and Mali are deeply indignant and surprised by the imbalance observed, they say, between, on the one hand, the celibacy and avant-garde attitude of certain political leaders in West Africa who wish to use the armed force to re-establish a constitutional order in a sovereign country, and on the other hand, indifference and passive complicity of its organizations and political leaders in helping states and the people who have been victims of terrorism, they say, for a decade and abandoned to their fate. In any case, the transitional governments, they say, of Burkina Faso and Mali invite the living forces to be ready and mobilized in order to lend a hand to the people of Niger in these dark hours of Pan-Africanism. May God bless Africa and preserve Africans, is how they end their statement. Well, they are also calling on support for this initiative. They are requesting technical and military assistance from Russia, President Vladimir Putin, and the people of Niger have also been seen waving the Russian flag. They are opposed to what they see as any Euro-American imperialist military intervention, they say, against Niger, either with or via ECOWAS. So they clearly, in their view, are seeing the move of ECOWAS as being an imperialist one. They are opposed to mercenary proxy aggression and warn that such intervention would be met with an equal force of solidarity and resistance from Burkina Faso and Mali in defense of the people of Niger. So, family, what is clear is that the people of Niger want change. They want the right to self-determination, sovereignty, freedom from the economic stranglehold of France, and they are seeking support from ECOWAS, not sanctions or threats. What we all as a people want to see is a peaceful resolution to the situation in Niger. ECOWAS must avoid starting a war that could engulf the entire Western region. It would be absolutely devastating for the region. The only winners of wars are suppliers of military war machinery. More bloodshed and destabilization on the African continent must be avoided at all costs. The people of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have taken back their country from what they claim has been decades of economic exploitation and tyranny. We now need a peaceful resolution, a peaceful settlement, and a peace agreement between the parties. This must be the goal between all parties concerned, no matter how long it takes. May the God of Africa protect all Africans everywhere and find a peaceful resolution to the situation emerging in Niger. We'll be keeping an eye on this story. Sista Shanice, out of here for now.